Hello, Libras. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a nice day so far. Let's get right on with your reading today. What's the story for Libra? What's Libra's vibe? Getting over some anxious feelings. Maybe a little fear and trepidation. Feel like you've been trapped in anxiety, but you're getting through that. Looks like you're tired, like to take a rest. You know, you've been hassled, you've been worked hard, you've been in an area of your life where you haven't felt comfortable. You want to take a rest now. You want to kind of alienate yourself from what it looks like is this anxiety that you've been going through. Yeah, you've been tossed around, you've been abused, you've been juggled, you don't think you've been treated fairly. And you may have had too much on your plate as well, and now you don't want to deal with it anymore. You've just about had it. You're exasperated here. Yeah, it has to do with someone that represented themselves as somebody that they were not. You kind of put this person up on a pedestal and really admired them and thought they were fair and wonderful, and turns out you were disappointed in that. And that has something to do that's put you in your head, put you in this anxious space. Yeah, this person treated you unfairly, you figure. I'm getting all of the, all this energy. It feels like work to me. It feels like a workspace. Like a boss or someone that you admired, and it turned out that they possibly could have overused you, didn't treat you fairly, abused you in some manner, and now you're just worn out. Or it could be a loved one. I don't see any love here, not yet. But what I'm seeing is a disappointment. Disappointment in someone that you looked up to. You could be spiritual, and very set in your ways. Actually, people could look up to and admire you for your morality and the way you hold yourself together and stick to your guns. And you have a belief system and you stick with it. You might even be some kind of a teacher or somebody involved in spirituality. And more than just, a normal person. You could have teach a class, or you might be involved with a spiritual group and they look up to you. Yeah, you have had to take some rest. I got 2 cards right here that tell me that you are worn out. And I think you've had to take a rest and consult with your higher power here. You've been under some pressure, for sure. And it's to the point where it's causing you some pain. It's like you have trouble hanging over your head or something and you can't. You really want to deal with it. You're tired. Someone's interested in you. Someone watches you on your social media. If you're on social media, most people are. This Page of Swords is in reverse, so that tells me that they're a little hung up on your energy. They could be codependent on your energy. This person that threw you out of whack, out of balance, the situation. You don't like to be pushed around. You don't want to be, toyed with or. Oh boy. This person that's caused you some grief here, they want to return. Yeah, they want to return. It's probably the same person here that's been spying on you. You've just got a lot on your plate. You're worn out. I've said that several times, but man, I'm really getting that vibe here. You know, Libra, you're good with your finances. And you're generous with those that you care about. You may be taking care, you may have some sort of motherly position or some sort of position where you're having to care for others or maybe just your family. That's a responsibility that you have. But you're fair, you're kind, and you're generous. But you want to make sure that you're not taken advantage of, because you're good with your finances. You don't want to have your finances abused by someone in your family or some people close to you. I feel like you may have some nurturing kind of thing going on where you're caring for somebody or a family. You may have been told some tall tales. Someone that you know, maybe, not real mature yet or in age. They could go to school. They're adventuresome. They like to travel. They also like to talk a lot. And maybe some of it is BS. Because, they just want to look good or look pronounced or, possibly like to show off a little bit and exaggerate their stories. That's what I should probably say. They exaggerate their stories. They're excitable. This person could be a student. Somebody that likes to study stuff. This person is in your life. You've had some sleepless nights, definitely, in your head, wondering about different situations. I don't see this right now, this reading so far, as a love reading. Basically, I do love readings, you know that. So far, it just looks like your life in general, possibly things at work, just people around you, have worn you out. You've had this guy, I think in your last 3 readings show up. The Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Somebody is in your realm that wants to come in, save the day, give you an offering, but they're slow, they're methodical. If this person is slow and methodical, the one that you've been dealing with, they're still coming. They might, if you rejected this Knight of Pentacles, at some point, it looks like they may be still returning, still making plans. If not, it's somebody else coming in. But this Knight of Pentacles could save the day in some way. could help you out. They don't wear that knight of shining armor for nothing. They're a good person, but they're very, detaily. They want to know everything. They're not just going to come rushing in unless they're fully prepared and know the score. You've been waiting for your ships to come in. There may be some money that you're waiting for or anticipating. You feel it's well deserved. You feel like you've worked for it. And yes, you're anticipating this money that's going to, and it's a good amount of money. It's going to really help you out, make you feel comfortable. This is really funny because the Ace of Swords and the upright just fell on this Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This Page of Pentacles in reverse likes to tell tall stories, but the truth is going to come out. Something's going to come out. They must have done something or put something false out there, and now they're going to get caught for it. Yeah. This is a strange reading today. It's just all over the place. I think you're a little nervous of someone coming in and wreaking havoc in your life here. Somebody has something they want to tell you. They're excited about. They want to talk to you. But this person could make you nervous because they got fast, heavy energy that and you could be laid back and mellow and you just can't deal with this. And you've lost sleep over this person. I get the feeling they want to return here. And that's causing you a little bit of anxiety too. Some more anxiety here. So, but the truth is going to come out. This was in your last reading. You found some truth that exposed everything and made you feel a lot better. It took a weight off your shoulders. This possibly could have something to do with that. Somebody told some tall tale and now the truth is coming out. And it could help you to move along. Well, just lift that weight right off your shoulders. You've for sure been dealing with someone that doesn't seem very sympathetic. Someone who you thought was just great. Like I said, you might have put him on a pedestal. Him or her, no gender in the cards. But it's almost as if this Knight of Pentacles is coming in to relieve you or to save you from this King of Cups in reverse for some reason. Now, the King of Cups is a decent fellow or woman. Warm-hearted. A lot of times they just, they're just full of love and they're there as a shoulder to lean on. It's unconditional love. They're just a good person, Once you get attached to them and they get attached to you, it's comfortable and they're decent and they'll help you. But when they're in reverse, they're just quite the opposite of that. No empathy. Kind of a heel. Doesn't stick to their word, stuff like that. But it's like you've got this Knight of Pentacles coming in to save the day. Save you from this person or this situation. I hope you can make heads or tails of this, Libra, because it's a strange reading for me today, let me tell you. You enjoy, here's what's happening. A lot of you could be, working on your finances. Like I say, you're good with finances. And you're expecting some payoff or something that you've invested in or worked hard towards to come your way here. And it should be a good payoff, a bunch of money. And it's going to help you be more independent. You're going to be independent. Yeah, it's going to be able to put you in more of a comfort zone. Now, you still want attention. It's not like you're going to go hermitize here. You still like attention. You still want to date. You still want to flirt. And you like to be flirted with. But this, whatever you're coming into here, monetarily, is going to make you feel a lot more comfortable and help you be more independent. So it's probably a good amount of cash. You know, this truth may have already come out, and you already know, you've already discovered what you needed to discover. And yes, you do feel like you could stand better on your own. That you could get along better in your own independence than you could with this situation, because there was wrangling, there was quarreling. Somebody walked away and somebody could have cried over this. You could have cried over this, Libra. But things are getting better, especially if this money comes in and this Knight of Pentacles ever, materializes and shows his face, shows his intentions here. Oh boy, yeah. Somebody wants to come in and tell you they're passionate about you. Somebody's attracted to you here, and you're nervous about it. Because it's this Knight of Swords, and they have erratic energy, but they're anxious to rush in. They want to tell you how they feel, it looks like. And it's sensuous. It's probably lustful. The person's lusting for you, and they may want to come in and tell you. That's what they want to tell you, how they feel. And you're like, ooh, do I really want to know how this person feels? Do I even want to have anything to do with this person? Well, this King of Cups made you feel like you were out in the cold. So you did deal with someone who was empathetic and unkind, and you thought they were great, and they turned out to be not that great. Let's just put it that way. Made you feel like you were, abandoned. And I get this. There was some kind of an argument. There was some kind of a blowout. And looks like you were ready to stand on your own here. But that doesn't mean everything was okay. You still felt like you were abandoned, and the whole thing didn't go your way. It did not go your way. You might even have thought that this person that was hurting you was dealing with somebody else in a sexual manner. You didn't know at that point. Maybe you still don't know for sure. But you were involved with them. I don't know to what extent, because like I say, I really don't see any love here. I see someone that's lusting for you. Yeah. Now when you do get involved with somebody right off the bat, you're going to feel like they're focusing too much on you, just entirely on you. And this is going to make your independence not feel as independent as you want it to be. You feel like this could, affect your independence. You don't want to feel like somebody's smothering you or just giving you too much attention. But that happens at the beginning of a relationship. But I think you're going to be enjoying your independence and enjoying flirting and getting attention. You don't want to be smothered. And you want to watch out for any sexual entrapment. Now, I'll just let you think about what that means. This could go a lot of different ways, but once you go there, you could be trapped. Feel like there's no way of getting out of it. Don't even, at this point, don't even have any ideas about doing that with someone. I would explore this independence, keep your morals together, because yes, there is this chance that you could get into some sort of trap that you can't get out of, that you wish you had never gone in the first place. Sexual entrapment. You're finding out that your lifestyle is completely different from the person that you were dealing with. Just completely different. That could have been a shock to you, or a slow oncoming understanding that is pretty shocking. Your lifestyles are different. You have one idea. You're spiritual. I believe you're spiritual. You have a good set of morals and direction. Obviously, this person isn't like you, so they don't. You may feel like you're trapped. You feel like maybe the doors aren't opening for you the way they should, but there are opportunities out there for you. There are opportunities. I know you've been wrapped up in anxiety here. Yeah, and you're tired. And you'd just like to quit, it looks like. Give up. But there are opportunities out there. Don't give up. Keep pushing ahead. You may have an admirer here that you don't even know about. Yeah, you want to keep your next relationships light, you know. You want to keep them humorous. You like to joke around. You like to hear jokes. You like to be with a person that makes you feel happy, makes you laugh. You know, that's all you need right now. Just a little more humor in your life, possibly. I get the feeling that a lot of you haven't even smiled for a while. I mean, you've been in possibly a depressed state of mind. You want to feel more uplifted. So hanging around with people that make you laugh, I think that's desirable to you. Now you got a new person. I got a feeling it's this Knight of Pentacles over here. And they just left a committed relationship. And that's probably why they're moving so slow. They've been involved, and they're just being cautious as they remove their energy from this relationship they've been in, a committed relationship. They could have been married or just been going with somebody for a long time. But they're leaving that person. Yeah. A lot of you have discovered your self-worth now through your suffering. You had to go inside. You had to really examine yourself and think about your life and what you've been through. And you've discovered that you're worth more than you've been receiving. And you learn this through suffering, pain, you know. Yeah, it appears to me also that a lot of you are unhappy, you know, in your situation. You want to get out of it. Not this particular, you know, it occurs to me here that you are out of the love situation that you're involved in, but that energy is still hanging with you, but you also have this other pressure around you, just your life in general. Family, possibly, responsibilities. You don't feel like you've been treated fairly. You want to rest, and you feel trapped. But I'm telling you, the anxiety, the feeling of being trapped is dissipating. It's falling away. There are more opportunities out there for you, Libra. Someone out there will love you. A lot of you are lonely. You feel that no one loves you. But I don't think that's the case at all. You're just going through some despair. Everyone does, at one time or another, or over and over, or whatever. But life is suffering. Happiness is fleeting. It's hard to stay in the condition of just pure happiness. You may think you're there, but something happens. It's just life. Someone out there thinks that they're not worthy of you right now. They've made some mistakes. They've scared you away or hurt you in some manner, and now they don't feel worthy of you. A lot of people in this reading today. You made something very clear to somebody. You finally came out and just let them have it. Let them know your feelings. Yeah, I think that all had to do with when you had this quarrel or this battle with this person that possibly made you cry, but you made something very clear to them at that point, and they're not forgetting it. It's not leaving their mind. You made an effect. This person gets really jealous too. They have a jealousy streak. You know, it's this person that wants to come back into your life, and you're feeling fine. You got a lot of weight on your shoulders and all this still, but I mean, you've had a taste of independence, it looks like, and you'd like to stay there. You'd like to find out what it's like to be independent. It makes you feel more comfortable. But somebody's jealous. When they think about you being with somebody else, it really wigs them out. Jealousy is such a bad emotion too. It's just a killer. Yeah, you've been dealing with somebody that is very aware of spirituality, but their ego gets in the way. They can't stay on track. They can't let that ego die. Their ego pulls their cart. Yeah, and they're much more interested in you than you are in them. Yeah. Like I say, you have opportunities. You just want to feel good. You just want to get your energy back together so you're not so anxious and nervous all the time. Yeah, you want a restful space. You don't want to be hassled anymore. Sounds like you need a really good vacation, Libra. You know, I like going on vacation, but I never want to come back. So what I do is I try and give myself an extended vacation. Instead of showing up for 7 or 8, 10 days or whatever and having to come home, you go through all that. It takes a lot to go on a vacation. And when you finally fly home, you turn around and you go, wow, what was that all about? It was like it was just over so quickly. When actually you wanted to stay and enjoy the environment and meet all the people and just find out what it actually is to live there. So what I try and do is, because I'm retired, I like to snowbird. So I would go to Mexico. I haven't for a year and a half or so, and then I stay. I stay as long as I can. As long as my time will allow it. try and get my fill. So it doesn't seem like just a fleeting moment, you know. And that's what you guys need. You need to go somewhere, not have your head spinning around, and on some itinerary. Oh, I can't stand that. I like to relax when I get to somewhere. I don't want somebody leading me around real quickly by the nose, telling me we're going to do this, we're going to do... No. It takes time. I want to fit in. I want to get in, involved. That's what you need. You actually need to go someplace and spend some time there. Really get a taste of what it's like to be outside your environment here at home. And I'm sure most of you will find it very pleasant and enlightening. Now, if somebody wants something real with you, somebody's out there. It's this person heading in slowly. They're trying to get out of a committed relationship, and they want a real relationship now. Yeah, remember I said that you made a mark on this person? You made it real clear, whatever you said to them. Yeah, they can't they can't stop thinking about you now, and what you said and what you did. Yeah, you made it a permanent scar in their mind there, something they can't quit thinking about. There you go, wanting to move away. A lot of you just want to move away. That's what we've been talking about. Yeah, wanting to move away. In order to make you jealous, someone might have told you that someone was in love with them and wants to commit to them. But you know what? I don't think you care. That's just somebody trying to make you jealous. Yeah, you're just not in a position to commit. You don't really want to commit to anybody. You kind of, want love in your life. You sure do. And you wish you were able to commit, but right now, you're not able to commit. You just don't feel it. You need this independence here for a bit. You need some attention. You need to go out and get flirted with and flirt with others. It'll boost your energy and make you feel better about yourself. Somebody thinks they can change for you. And somebody lied to you, and you knew it. You knew they were lying. And you don't think they can change either. You just don't. It looks like you had a blowout with this person. Somebody walked away and made you cry, or you made them cry. Anyway, it was pretty drastic. Yeah, somebody out there wants to say that they sabotaged your connection, and now they regret it. And you would know who that is. All right, and then someone else you feel like stabbed you in the back. Caused you heartbreak and pain and separation. Yeah, I saw that in this, what was it down here? 5 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, you feel like you were really deceived, and it was shocking to you. You were shocked when you found out the truth. Felt like you had been betrayed, stabbed in the back. Whoa, a lot of you are moving. See, I got this big vibe today in this reading about your discontentment for where you are and you need a break. A lot of you are just out and out moving. Change your residence or moving in with somebody. That would be someone that you care about. That would be like moving in with a romantic partner. Which I could talk about moving in with people too. It's a good idea sometimes so you can get the lay of the land. Make sure that's a person that you can stand being with. But that can also become a trap as well. Yeah, somebody just doesn't understand you. They just don't have the full focus, the drift. They can't get the drift. They just wish they could understand you. You've got a lot of people, you've got a lot of energy in your world right now. What I'd like to see you do is heal up. Get the rest that you need. Go on a vacation. This is summer. You're supposed to be having fun and enjoying the outdoors and stuff. I'd really like to see you being able to do that. It would enlighten your whole life, Anyway, we'll talk about this story some more next time, like we always do, Libra. Until then, peace and love to you.